Alright, back again. Here we go. Now, I've already reviewed the Strat copy, the Harley Benton ST-62 in Inca silver. Now, and the gigbag and everything else I got. And so now we're going on to the Telly copy, which is a TE-20MN. It's that light plastic blue color. So, without further ado, be interested to see. I got a sticker with the Strat copy. I don't know if they'll put one in with this too or not. Doesn't look like it. Well, that's okay. I'm glad they thought of me the first time. Also comes with another one of those cheap cables and a truss rod adjuster, wrench. And I think that's about it in that one. No tremolo arm, obviously, because this one doesn't have one. Now the cool thing on this one is I've already got something here to modify it. It's kind of interesting. I'm really excited about the neck on this one. Because it's impressive looking, already I can tell. Weird thing is they've taped strings on this one and put that retaining block, just like my Strat had, on it. So they didn't do this on the Stratocaster. Not sure why. Alright. Got the little freshen up beads in it. Those almost look like BBs. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. What will really be interesting about it is that this one will be a good comparison to that Squire bullet that I got. There are some differences other than just brand. Getting this plastic thing off, because I hate when those start to wrinkle up and you're playing and it's messing with you. Now, the only drawback I have to this guitar versus the bullet, or at least as of right now, is that this one does not have a string-through body. It is top-loading only. Not that that's a forever requirement. I could totally, take my time and try to do string-through on it, but I don't think it's really necessary. Boy, that blue is beautiful. It's really pretty in person. There's some differences right off the bat. The thing that really interests me on this is that this one has a 3-ply pick guard, whereas the higher dollar Strat did not. That could just be, I wouldn't say that a 3-ply versus a 1-ply insinuates that it's a better guitar or that it's a higher end, technically, because there's a lot of vintage Strat reissues that have single ply like the originals, and they cost 3-4 times what a 3-ply guitar would of its same line or level. But this one has a good heft as well. It's not as heavy as the Strat, which you probably wouldn't expect it to be. I'm just blown away by this neck. This neck, it feels good, no rough frets. One thing I've noticed is, and it's not to knock anybody else's guitar, but the one thing I don't like about that Black Paisley Telly is, I don't know why, but they put a different neck headstock, or a different headstock on it. It's a fatter. It looks like some of those cheap King brand that you see on eBay Telly knockoffs. It's big, rounded looking thing right here. I don't like that. I like that this one has the little slim. And one thing I never noticed before on these is that, I don't know if you'll be able to tell from here or not, but there's a really rolled off right down here, from starting from about right here on the neck on down. It really rolls off, and that's kind of cool. It's definitely not a Fender Telly headstock cut, but I like it just as much, and that's the truth. It's different, but it looks just as aesthetically pleasing to me. It's got a little, more of an edge on the end, but it's very close to the original. And what I like is this thing has like it has sort of that rippled look in the maple too, like my Squire did. Got all these little stickers on the back of the tuning keys, another one of my pet peeves. They make it look like it's kind of got rust popping up under it or something. Some rippling. Anyhow, let's try her out. Let's plug her in. One thing, and this one does not have the recessed circular jack like the bullets do. It's got the square, which it's still nice. It fits good and secure. Knobs feel good. They're not wobbly or have like scratchiness to them. This one's got a little bit of that scratchy feel. By the way, the Squire bullet, if you've looked at that video where I complain a lot about the frets feeling scratchy, that's starting to go away some on its own. Might just be that it needed worked in a little bit and some of that natural coating or whatever. They may put a coating over the frets and all when they finish the maple fretboard. I don't know. That would be my guess, but maybe not. Anyhow, first my pick. Let's give this one a go. Let me make sure it's in tune. Nope. All right, let's give her a whirl. Has a really good tone to it. Plays really good. One thing I forgot to mention on the Strat, may need to actually take it down just a hair, but it feels good to me. One thing I like about these are, I would say these are probably 9s on both of these guitars. And I also bought some 10s just to kind of flip back and forth. And I've never been one to adjust a lot on the neck when I go from 9s to 10s or something like that. Now, if you went a lot farther distance, maybe you'd have to, depending on your climate and everything. I don't see that being a problem for me. But it feels good. It doesn't cramp my hand, doesn't wear my fingers in. Somebody I like following on YouTube, I can't remember the channel, Dave something or other, really complained about one of the vintage Harley Benton Strat copies about how fat the neck was, and I don't know what profile he really likes, but I imagine it was probably one of those really thick D-shaped necks or something that he got a hold of that he complained so much about. That's not the case on this Strat, but I can tell it feels great just like any of my others. One thing I was going to mention on this, I'm going to probably not worry about switching out these pickups. I actually like these better than I do what's in Squire, but I'm going to get a set of Wilkinson single coils for a telly set and put in that just to kind of compare it to this and see, you know, if it's worth it. I will say the tuners are the exact same style as that Squire has on this. These, so far, I have not had the problem with the slack in them the way I felt sort of on one or two of the ones on the Squire. Not to knock the Squire, it holds tune just fine. It's just, I did feel some looseness on one or two of them. Getting the rest of these little stickers on there that drive me nuts. But anyways, that neck has some really nice figuring in it. It's beautiful. I hate these little quality control stickers. I'm taking those off though. Probably won't come off that easy. I'll have to. Oh, that is. Yeah. Looks so cheap with those on it. But I already have a set of brass tube to a saddle, 2-string to a saddles that I got in a trade on another telly, and I'm going to switch those out on here and just see. If nothing else, it'll look cool on it. Maybe it'll make it have a little better tone. I don't know. This one, like I said, doesn't have as much heft as the Strat, which I'm kind of glad of. I've got a bad back anyways. I'm looking at the neck pocket on this one. Don't see any cracks in it. Looks like there might be like a little line of, almost like a little stringy thing or something under the finish on this one. By the strap button, doesn't bother me. There's one little, I wouldn't even call it ding yet, just an imperfection in the bottom end of this. You wouldn't even be able to tell it on the camera because my camera sucks. So even with the good one, it'd probably be hard to tell on video. So I'm not even going to show you that. It's less than the white tip of your pinky fingernail. Real minuscule, so I'm not worried about that. There's a few of these little strands of shavings off the head guard, I guess, where they freshly cut one. But can't help but think they stretch out their strings before stringing them up, or as they string them up, they bend them good, because these aren't detuning bad, and I've been bending a lot. But I like it. There we have it. All out and ready to be played. I dig it. It's going to be really cool being able to put both of these in the same bag and tote them around. That bag has a pocket big enough. I believe I can even put my Moore GE200, I think it is, pedal in. So that'd be cool. Pack everything around, just carry an amp with one hand and the bag in the other with both of these. So if I want a little more country twang, I get this out. If I want a little more bluesy or whatever, I could get the Strat. Country works for both of them, of course. So, is what it is. It's really, okay. Yeah, these strings are not braided like I'm used to seeing. But, I actually like their strings on these really well. I'm surprised they don't feel cheap or whatever. Hopefully that means the ones that in the pack are equally as good, if not better. But I'll probably put these strap locks on both of these models, or at least one of them, and then one of my other guitars will get the other one. And kind of trick them out. I'll put another video up when I get those brass saddles on and get it adjusted just right. See how they sound. Might be worth it. Got them free. It doesn't hurt anything to throw them on there. But there they are. Both of them side by side. Pretty cool combination, if I do say so. Kind of an oceanic look between the two. I'm happy with them. I really struggled with my first purchase to know what I wanted, and I just decided I want to tell him I was going to get the TE-52, but I'm not a huge fan of the maple. It's flat. It's pretty. I give it credit where it's due. Definitely be a nice candidate for a record vinyl pick guard. Look sharp on it. But I don't know. I've already got a blonde. It's actual finished blonde Nashville Deluxe Telly, and I just felt like that'd be a little too close. I kind of wanted to try something like this. Plus, this will look really sharp next to the red Sparkle Squire Bullet. So there we have it. I will stop the video here. I'm going to put this in standby. Zap that. And next round, I'll probably try to do a little more demoing of this Boss Katana, along with my GE200 more pedal that I have yet to even try. Haven't had a lot of time on hand to really apply to it, to learn that, so I need to get into that. I go back to work this week, this upcoming week, selling cars, so we'll see. I will try to get to that as soon as I can. Thank you all. Appreciate you tuning in.